Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the top 3 niches that have massive potential to self-publishing. So if that interests you guys, just stick around. And if you're new to the channel here, I'm Chris and this is Angelina, and we're going to be bringing you lots of content over the next coming weeks and months and years about self-publishing on Amazon. So without further ado, should we just get on into it? Yeah. Actually, before we start, what I will say is if you enjoy the content, please give it a like. And if you want to subscribe for more content, that would be great. And also, if you want to comment below what future videos you want us to do, that would be great. So it gives us an idea about what you guys actually want to see from us. So let's get on into them. So niche number 1.
All right, so the main overarching niche for the first one is going to be crafts, hobbies, and home. And the reason that we picked this one is because it's a really great one for beginners or even people who've been publishing for a while to get into. Part of the reason for that, or the main reason, I guess, for that is because within crafts, hobbies, and home, there are loads of different avenues that you can go down in terms of like how-to books or people who are looking to solve a certain problem within that niche. So it makes it quite easy to find topics like that.
And if you're new to us or self-publishing in general on Amazon, that's kind of what we do, is we publish how-to books. Yeah. So if a reader has a problem, we want to solve that problem. Exactly. For example, if someone wants to learn how to do knitting or crochet, that's kind of the books we're publishing in, not so much fiction books or
not fiction books at all. We don't do actually.
Sorry, we don't do fiction books at all. Yeah, but anything that's not how to, like some self-help books as well. They're a bit more vague and a bit more hard to, as a self-publisher, to actually rank for. So just to clear that up.
Cool. And so with that said, the sort of the criteria that we use for picking books and picking niches are, first of all, the BSR rank. So if you are new to self-publishing, the BSR rank is the bestsellers rank. So really quickly, just to show you, this is a Google Chrome extension called DS Amazon Quick View that you can install completely for free. And it basically just gives you the rankings for books on Amazon and all the other products as well. But our criteria for choosing are making sure that there are enough books within a topic or a niche that are selling under 150,000 BSR, because this just means that there is demand for it. And then we also want to make sure that there are enough books that don't have so many reviews that we can't catch up to them and basically insert ourselves into the niche. So
essentially they're trying to look for book topics which are high in demand, i.e. The BSR ranking is low because it's selling lots of copies, and then low in competition. Reviews are
part of that.
Yeah, basically one of the main ways your customers will actually buy a book. Yeah. Okay, so cover, title, but also reviews are really, really important. And obviously, you can think about it, every time you bought a product on Amazon or wherever actually, or if you go out to a restaurant to eat, you're always going to be looking at the reviews. You want a product with high number of reviews that gives a lot of social proof, because that's why we're looking at reviews and also the BSR ranking.
Yeah. And then another thing about low in competition as well, as we're going through this, we'll kind of point some things out, but it's also making sure that the competition in terms of the other books are books that you can beat. So not only in terms of number of reviews, but also like, can you make a better cover? Can you title it better? That sort of thing. So without further ado, I guess.
Do you want to get into it then?
So our first example within crafts, hobbies, and homes. Again, obviously, there are all these different, sub niches on the side over here that you can go in and look for these criteria. But this one we've chosen as an example. So it's bestsellers in knitting. Basically, as you scroll through the page, as we said, you just want to look for books that are, so far, all of them are well under 150,000. And then this one's low in reviews. Again, low in reviews, really great BSR.
So that's crochet and that one's knitting.
Oh, that's a good point actually, yeah. So you could potentially look into both of these.
Yeah, so we had a little idea actually to stand out from the crowd instead of, everyone is just either doing knitting or just crochet, but they're quite similar topics really, similar activities, to actually doing a knitting and crochet
that's true. A lot
two
of
in one kind of book.
Definitely could be interested in both.
It'll just set you apart and really make you stand out, and that's kind of the idea of publishing, to stand out from the competition.
Yeah.
So how many have we got so far? So that's 2. That's the same book as before. So if you keep...
This one's close enough.
Close, yeah.
It's definitely well under 150,000, but it's got over 350. It's got 351 reviews, which is quite a lot, but not necessarily impossible.
And then that one as well.
Oh, I hate that it does that.
It's quite annoying,
yeah, this one 13,000 with only 30 reviews. That's doing really well.
So to get 30 reviews, just to get an idea, is very, very, very easy. If you have a good review strategy, obviously we don't have time to go into that in detail today, but if you have a good review strategy, getting 30 is absolutely very, very easy.
Definitely.
And again...
Is this about knitting? Oh yeah, knitting patterns. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so that's interesting as well. So
it's a bit more niche, yeah.
Yeah, because we just talked about kind of standing out from the crowd, doing a knitting and crochet book together, but this person is definitely standing out from the crowd. Socks. It's basically just learning how to...
Socks, yeah, but specifically with patterns, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
And it's ranking really, really well. So 14,000 BSR, that's probably selling around 30 copies, maybe 35, 40 copies a day.
Yeah, definitely.
Off the top of my head.
Okay, so...
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Essentially what we did was just look... I think we want to find pretty much looking for 3 books in that topic or that niche, which have under 300 reviews and under 150 BSR. And that's a good gauge of if it's high in demand and low in competition. So that looks like one you could publish
promising, yeah. But basically, so as we said, the main overarching niche here is crafts, hobbies, and home. This is just one example.
Yep.
So the niche that we're talking about is crafts, hobbies, and home, not necessarily knitting. That's just our example that we are giving you. Good point. Just to clarify. All right. So,
but if you want to go and do your own research in crafts, hobbies, and home, there are so many sub niches you can publish in.
Yeah.
So if we just go into crafts, hobbies, and home, for example, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think about 10.
Yeah.
So 10 sub niches here, and for example, if we just clicked into needles, crafts, and textile crafts,
this is where we just were.
25.
Yeah.
So if you do your research and keep going through using our system we just said, and eventually you'll come across, quite easily you'll come across one which looks like a good one to publish in,
definitely.
and then set yourself apart, and then you're on to a winner.
All right. So the next.
Oh, and I will say actually, because if you just come across us for the first time and come across self-publishing for the first time, you might be thinking, okay, well, knitting and crochet, I couldn't do that at all. There's no way, I don't know anything about knitting and crochet. In fact, you don't even need to be honest with you. The system we use, we actually, most of the time, we haven't got much experience in the niches we publish in.
Yeah.
What you have to do is you have to do research about a profitable topic. So find that first, then do your research, and then you can get a ghostwriter to actually write it for you.
Yeah, and you can often find ghostwriters who are experts in these specific topics that you are trying to write about as well. So
yeah, we do recommend to pick a niche or topic that you're interested in.
Yeah,
makes it a bit easier.
To be fair, yeah, the knitting is just kind of random. I mean, some of you might actually know how to knit, but again, it's just a matter of going through the niche and looking for a topic that A, you're interested in, maybe you know a little bit about, and B, that you're willing to do enough research to cover the bases that you don't already know. One last thing to say about about needlecrafts, about knitting and crocheting. So one of the reasons that we thought this would be a good topic to sort of get into at the moment, if you could manage to get a book out before Christmas, is because, so it's October now. If you manage to get a book out before Christmas, you could potentially do really well, because this is definitely a topic, like a lot of people like to knit things and crochet things for Christmas presents. So it's just one thing that we kind of were considering to be just a good little edge that you could have in terms of sales.
Also, you could do a Christmas knitting book.
Yeah.
Just all that. Yeah. Okay, cool. So niche number 2, I guess officially it would be science and math, but to be honest with you, I think the overarching niche will be agricultural sciences.
Yeah.
So why do we think this is good then?
So, agricultural sciences, part of the reason we think this one is a good one is because while it's not the prettiest of topics, we think that there is a lot of potential in it, because again, it's another sort of how-to topic, and there are a lot of different avenues that you can go with as well. So like loads of different animals that you could potentially write about. So for example, you see like this chicken one. There are a lot of books about, and one of the examples that we're going to be giving you actually is about raising cattle.
Yep.
But so there's books about raising cattle, like raising chickens, raising goats. Like there's a bunch of different avenues you can go in, and then there's also books about, like, for example, this here is like mini farming, homesteading, so that sort of thing.
I think it's an underdone niche, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
I think a lot of people go to low content niches, but also I don't think many people go to agricultural sciences to do their research.
Yeah.
And obviously you can see there is maybe 12 or 13 sub niches within agricultural sciences. Yeah. So there's definitely going to be enough to write about. Probably the homesteading one probably been overdone a little bit from what we've both seen. But as Angelina said, chicken, cattle, goats.
Yeah. Sure. But yeah, as we said, part of the reason as well is because even though it's one of the ones that people don't really look into because it's not like the most, it's not like the most pretty topic, but because of that, it's kind of like there's lower competition.
Yeah. Okay, so how we would find a book topic to actually write about is we'd come to the overarching niche agricultural sciences, scroll down the bestsellers list, and then look for potential book topics just off that. So, for example, there's chickens, farming there, there's homesteading, and where do we find the cattle one? Was that on here? We went into agriculture here. So again, you can niche down even further. And then, yes, it was number 6 here. So raising beef cattle. So if you want a more in-depth video on keyword research, where we actually take you through our specific strategy we use, we're going to link that video down below. But we've basically found raising cattle here. And then all we did, typed into the search bar in books, how to raise beef cattle. And then we look at the suggestions. So again, all we're going to do is we're going to scroll down the first page, because that's where the majority of sales are going to be had. And we're looking for books to be under 150,000 and under 300 views. Okay, so high in demand and low in competition. So this one obviously meets the category, the criteria for under 150,000. It's selling very well at 34,000, but there's lots of reviews, so we ignore that one. This one will tick the box. It's 71,000, which is great. It's a good selling book. That's probably around 100 copies per month, which is not bad at all. And also it's under 300 reviews. We could definitely get to 197 reviews as well. Right. So this one again meets the criteria. 295 views, so just under our criteria, but also it's selling well again.
So that's basically the process that you would go through once you find the overarching niche. But again, this is just a niche that we chose to show you because we felt like it was kind of untapped, I guess it's
untapped. It's untapped.
And yeah, it's got a lot of different topics that you could potentially go into based on that one niche.
Exactly. And the last thing, another thing we also kind of look at is the cover. Yeah. And I like this cover here, but these ones are so outdated and they're made in 2006. So 2 points there actually. 2006 is quite a long time ago. They did quite outdated covers, so we can do better than that. But just to show you the power of self-publishing on Amazon, both books here, 2006 and 2006, are still selling about 100 copies per month, sort of completely passive income.
Yeah.
How many years ago is that? 16 years. Yeah. 16 years after they're published.
Yeah, that's
so
really
imagine
good.
if you put a book out now and it continues to pay you for 16 years after you first publish it. I don't think you get many business models like that, do you?
No, yeah. With such minimal maintenance as well.
Such minimal maintenance. And niche number 3, which has amazing potential, one that we have personal experience in publishing in, is the business and money niche. Yeah. Again, there is so many sub niches. I think there's about 15 sub niches you can publish in. And one that first of all, let's just go through the bestsellers rank. So they sell very, very, very well. As you can see, the bestsellers rank are very, very high here. So again, what we did, we just kind of scrolled through and basically the same process we did on the other 2, we found a potential book topic. So stock market investing was one that we found a potential book topic to write about. Yeah. So go on.
I was just going to say really quickly, while this might not necessarily seem like a how-to topic specifically, it kind of actually is, because it's like, even though it might be called like stock market investing, it's really people who are trying to learn how to invest in the stock market. So again, just another niche that has a lot of different how-to avenues that you could go down.
Yeah, exactly. So again, same process. You can probably follow along at home, how to actually find a potential profitable book topic. So we're just looking for high demand and low competition. So where are we going to find one? So we've got one here, first of all. Only 46 reviews, but it's ranking 64,000, which is pretty good.
And kind of a crazy cover.
Yeah, not very appealing cover at all. So you could do better than that, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The Dummies Guide to the Stock Market 2022, 122,000. Still, it's not the best ranking. Again, it's probably about 50 copies.
That's definitely
a month. And it's only got 3.5 stars.
They're definitely trying to copy the stock market for dummies. They're trying to make, that's not actually like the Dummies brand, but they're trying to copy it.
Do you want to explain the brand?
Sorry, yeah. So I'm sure everybody probably knows. Actually, I think there was one up here somewhere. Oh yeah. So stock investing for dummies. I feel like everyone will have come across a book like this in their lifetime. They literally have books on like every single topic you could possibly think of, like in every niche basically. But it's obviously just a publishing company that have built this brand, but yeah, I'm surprised. Actually, this as well, Stock Market for Dummies. I'm surprised they haven't gotten that taken down yet. So this is a big. This is a bit random, kind of a off topic a bit, but important nonetheless. So, for Dummies is definitely a trademarked term, and you don't ever want to publish a book with anything that is trademarked in it, because I mean, you might be able to get away with it for a little bit, but eventually I'm sure this book will get taken down for infringing on copyright. Copyrights, yeah. Anyways.
All right, let's keep having a look. So we found
2,000. Oh, that must be an authority figure.
But still, so there's 2,000 ranking here, and only 3 reviews.
Yeah.
And then 97 reviews here. That was on the, I'm just going to check the ranking for the paperback. So 25,000 ranking here, with only 97 reviews. So you can see already there's definitely potential to publish in here. Why I actually clicked into the book was because it was showing me the Audible ranking here. There's 3 different rankings: Kindle, paperback, and Audible. And we're looking at the paperback, just so you're aware.
23,000, 340 reviews. That one's close. You could still potentially consider that one.
So it's not like a black and white criteria, to be honest with you. Any more?
51,000. Oh, that's got way more.
Okay. Yeah.
I had a few. It definitely.
So there was 3, which meets our criteria in order to publish in. So there you have it, guys. Top 3 niches to publish in. Crafts, hobbies, and the home has loads of potential. So many different topics to write about, and we found knitting and crochet to be potential topics to actually write about. And then niche number 2 was business and money. Again, such a wide variety of potential topics to write about. And then we found stock market investing. And then finally was agricultural sciences, and we found raising cattle. So I hope that helped, guys. I hope that was interesting. Go and have a look at those 3 niches and see if you can potentially find...
You definitely will be able to find topics within those that are
profitable good, and will actually sell well.
Definitely.
So hope you enjoyed it, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, guys, if you're enjoying the content, and if you're finding it useful. But yeah, see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.